everyone, it's Christina with Chocolicious Charm. Thanks so much for catching my replay. I am super excited for this project that I'm going to do, although I am a little bit nervous, actually a lot nervous, because this will be the most detailed project that I will be doing live. So I'm just going to go on. If you've caught my lives before, you know I need to go on and make sure that I can see comments, because I'm hoping you guys are on here. If you are catching this on the replay, please just let me know that you caught it on the replay, and let me just share this really quick, and then I will get started. Okay, so I am doing the vintage truck, and I bought the fall add-on, so I'm already going to be working on some fall products and projects actually. And the funny thing about this one is I bought the vintage truck, and then I bought what I thought was the summer add-on, and it ended up being the spring add-on, and I really didn't want to do anything with the spring. And so then I ordered the summer one, and then just it was after, I don't know. Anyways, I just decided to move forward with the fall stuff. So here is my layout, how I'm going to, let me just turn this, how I'm going to put this on here. And I wanted to show you that this transfer, the add-on comes with quite a bit of other little items that you can add on. So there's farmer's market. There is, now I have seen these in the fields. I know it's a way to do hay. I just don't know what kind of hay, but it's that rolled hay that you can add to the back of the truck. Harvest Festival. Crisp apples. And I seem to have misplaced the other piece. There's also a pumpkin patch one. And I don't know, I set that down somewhere, but I'm not doing that one, so that's okay. All right, so I am gonna pull this up. Hi, Felicia. Oh, I know, I'm so excited. I'm a little nervous right now because it has layering, but I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a go and see what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna take these pieces off, and I'm kind of just flying blind on this one. The transfers don't really, kind of tell you what layering, A, B, C, D. They just come blank, and so I'm just gonna go with what I think. So I am first going to put the Farm Fresh down, and I can't find my Sharpie. So generally I like to write on the back, so I know, like this I would say corn stalks, but I didn't grab that. So all right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. If you are hopping on, please drop a wave, a like, a happy face, something. And if you come in, please just hit that share button so you can share it with your friends, and they can see how this project is completed. So right now what I'm doing, I have a kitchen towel on my lap, and I am just fuzzing the transfer so that it comes off the surface easier. Now this is actually a canvas that I bought at Michael's, and so I think it's gonna come up pretty easy, so I probably didn't really have to fuzz it too much. But what I did with the canvas is I tried to make it look aged with some furniture wax, and I just brushed that on, And then after I brushed that on, I went over it with a little bit of antique stain and let me see, and I'm just measuring, making sure it's, that's actually pretty close. All right, I'm gonna roll with that. So I went over it with some white antique stain, and so right now what I'm doing is I'm just trying to make sure there's no air bubbles, especially on this surface. If it was a chalkboard surface and there was an air bubble and it seeped through a little bit, it would be very easy, as long as it didn't bleed too much, to just take a Q-tip and clean that up. But this is a canvas, so it's gonna act more like a permanent type of ink. Hi, Jennifer. I think you'll like this one. So, okay, so I am going to do the Farm Fresh in, trying to see, I was trying to figure out what colors. I was wanting to do fall colors, and I think I'm gonna do that Fall Fresh just in black. And I like this black. It's the older formula. It's not a very stark black, it's a softer black. So I'm curious to get the new black and see if it's a little bit more of a dark black. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just squeegeeing on the paste, and I am crossing my fingers. There are no air bubbles. And so I'm gonna just squeegee this on, covering up those letters. Oh my gosh, I have been waiting for me to do this one. I've had it there. It's been such a nightmare. I kind of explained in the beginning, and I've explained in another video, where I ordered the summer transfer, and then when I opened the package, it was the spring transfer. So it says vintage truck add-on, and I just messed up and I ordered the wrong one. And so I actually don't really like the spring one very much, but so I really wasn't gonna do anything. So I went ahead and I quickly reordered, and I ordered the summer one, but it got here after July 4th. And so I really wasn't motivated. I was like, you know what? This one here, the vintage fall was going to be released, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait to do a fall, to do the where are my little ones? Okay, I'm gonna have to use this. So now I'm gonna squeegee this off. I'm trying to push that through, and again, hoping there are no bubbles in there. You know, I thought I was more prepared than I was. Okay, let me do this again, because that added some. Okay, I'm just seeing lines. You don't want to see the lines through, because it will. Okay, and so now peel that off. Farm Fresh. So here I'm not really going to worry too much about using my hair dryer to blow dry it. Hi Valerie. Because I'm not layering on top of that. When I get down to the truck, I am going to have to spend a little bit of time air drying it. So right now I'm just peeling this off of the backing, and I'm going to have to layer those so I know where it is. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little arrow. And I decided to do the arrow in the pumpkin pie color. I kept going back and forth whether I wanted to do pumpkins, and I went ahead and what? Hold on. I need to see where this is gonna go, because I might actually have to dry that. All right, I'm just positioning that. Okay, I think I can do this without going on top of that. Okay. Gonna come in, make sure there's no air bubbles. I kept going back and forth on the color that I wanted to do the truck, and I hope what I decided will look nice. I actually saw a truck just like this today, and it was yellow. So I am going to go with our pumpkin pie. No, so I am actually doing this on a canvas. I will show you. I have it right here. So I got this canvas from Michael's, and what I did is I just took some furniture, because I wanted it to look vintage and like wood, and I didn't really have anything like that. And these were on sale. So I just aged it with, alright, why is that not covering? I just aged it with dark furniture wax, and I put a clear furniture wax on it as well, kind of mixed those two together. And then there was a spot that I kind of just, it was a little too saturated with the dark wax, and so I went over it with a antique white stain that I had, wood stain that I had. So I just kind of created my own little surface. All right, so I'm going to peel this up. Oh, I like it. Okay, stick that over here. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and move in with the truck. And all right, so what I'm doing again is I have so you can you see how I aged it? So now I was trying to work. So this is basically what it looked like. You can see how white it is. And then I aged it. And actually I'm really happy with how that turned out, because I just didn't think it would look good on just a basic white canvas. All right, so I'm just fuzzing this transfer up. Again, I probably don't need to be too cautious with it, since the surface is not a hard surface. Okay, so I'm gonna stand up to place this. And I think I'm gonna go, let's see, about right. Oh wait, hold on. No. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do this first. Okay, so That's what I mean, there's no directions. No, this is gonna be permanent because it won't come off of this. Although I did, when I did the Hello Gorgeous, I didn't like how the white lashes looked, and so I was able to remove that. But this one I'm doing to be permanent. I just don't think it'll come off. And so this will be permanent. And it was so easy to do this. To do the, okay, so I'm gonna use this as a guide really quick. So I'm really hoping I do this right because I've never done this one before, so I'm really, like I said in the beginning, flying blind because there's no real instructions on, okay, so that's where the, okay, so I think I'm gonna move this up right there. I think that's where that goes, right? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where that's gonna go. Okay, I think that'll work. Anytime, I would love to have you over. It's so fun, and I know you would love this. So just let me know. I'm free this weekend if you're not doing any rodeoing. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna say right there. And then I'm just gonna come over with this just to make sure. Hey, look at that. I think that was, oh no, and then I stick it. I think that was right. Okay, I'm gonna roll with it. Okay, so this, I'm gonna go ahead and stick it down. And if you want to do this one, Jennifer, I have 2, 3, 4, 5 more of these. So I can save one for you. Alright. Oh my goodness, that's not sticking. Okay, so I'm gonna probably hold my breath when I'm doing this one. So I'm really concentrating on the blue part because that's where the sticky is. So I'm going to make sure that there's a good seal there. Okay. How are you? Oh, the kids are the kids back in school already? Because I'm pretty free during the week as well. So we could definitely chat about it. Okay, so I am going to use Thai teal for this part. Now this one, because it has all the layering, it's going to be a little bit longer of a video, guys. But I thought it would be fun to do this one in real time. Oh, okay. Mine, wow, that's early. Well, mine don't go back until September 3rd. But I know you got out early. When did you guys get out again? I know it was sooner than we did. So if you're able to make it, you should come down and go swimming in the pool too. Okay, so now I'm just squeegeeing off the excess. I want to make sure there's, I don't know if you could see it, but there's a line that is right there. So I want to move that out of there. I don't want that line to show up. So I'm going to move that out, kind of smooth over it. And then hold my breath. Now this is the one I'm going to need to use the dryer because I'm going to have to layer on top. I have to say, wow, yeah, that is a really going into middle school, right? Mason has one more year in elementary. Alright, so I just want to make sure that this is dry because I don't want it to peel up when I stick the transfer on top. I have to say I'm really happy with how this canvas ended up turning out. I think it was the next best thing to actually having a wood board. I haven't gotten the courage yet to try to make my own boards. Alright, so I'm going to stick this on. Just layering that and covering. Let's see. Okay. I had to stand up. All about kind of eyeballing it. All right. I think I'm gonna go right there. Okay, I need to. I'm gonna look at the picture really quick because that's not exactly adding up, but that could be the way it's supposed to be. So let me just look at this picture really quick. Okay, all right, I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. Okay. I think it does, the color underneath does show a little bit. That's the problem with me. I'm a little anal when it comes to crafts. Oh, so there is a lady that is on our team, and she has a scroll saw, and I am going to invest in one because she does some of the most amazing things with it, and that's exactly what she does. So she would now this would be really detailed, but she would chalk this on a piece of wood and then use the scroll saw and cut it out, and then it's 3D, and you could do that. And so yeah, definitely, because like I said, we have a lady who does that. I'll send you one of the pictures of stuff that she's done. It's made me want a scroll saw. And that's so okay. Thanks. All right, so I'm gonna just make sure that, so again, I'm just really wanting to make sure that there is a tight seal wherever that blue meets. And now I hold my breath as I chuck this on. All right. And I'm gonna use the black. Had the paste open, and so it's kind of thickened up a little bit, so it's getting a little bit harder to move around. The good thing is it takes a little bit longer on the canvas to dry than it does when it's on one of our hard surfaces, so that is a little bit of a plus to working with this. That's a little too thick. I'm gonna just add a little water to it because it's really not moving. All right, so I'm just stirring it around. I'm gonna use this and put that on there so I don't waste any of that. Okay, much better, much better. So these are water soluble, and so, and it's, you know, that chalk formula, and so it look at how much more smoothly that went on. Okay, so I'm gonna just squeegee off the excess, and I think I got everything. Peel that back. All right, there we go. All right, I'm actually really happy with how that came out. Looks like it missed right there. I don't know if you can see that, but the good thing is I can go back after I finish this. I can go back and add the transfer back on and add that little bit of detail. But I'm not too worried because that's vintagey, right? Okay, so now I am gonna dry this up. And then I'm gonna put the hay, actually I gotta put the apples in. Hi, Darla. Welcome. All right. So what I'm doing now is I'm just drying this because I'm doing a layered project. So this is where I was a little confused, is I'm not sure if the apples were supposed to go down first or the baskets. But I'm gonna go with the basket and hope that that is correct. And I can tell that I should have probably put the truck a little bit lower, just a tad. All right, so I am using all of my squeegees, so I'm just wiping one off really quick. Okay, and I'm just gonna do the brown with this. Make sure it's sealed nicely. And I think I'm gonna lower it and just go with that and try not to go below that line. That'll fit a little bit better. So I'm hoping this is right, because again, some of these you have to guess on the layering. Okay, squeegee that on. And when this chalk paste is the correct consistency, a little, scratch that, a little goes a long way. All right, that's good. Okay. Peel that off. And I'm gonna let that dry for a minute, and I'm gonna move on to the hay bale down here. Kind of make sure there's no air bubbles. So my brown that I have is probably a tad too dark for hay, but the color that I'm gonna layer on top of it is gonna be lighter, so. Guys, if you know people that would like these projects, please share my video and give me some thumbs up. Let me know you're here. All right, so I'm gonna fill that up. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go with the corn over in the other color. Over in the corner, the other corner. And I knew that was gonna actually go a little bit on the trunk. Yeah. close, guys. I'm getting close to being done. Thank you so much for sticking it out with me. I know some of these videos can be long. So I'm gonna go in here, because I've had these open, I need to add water. My brown had like a layer on top of it. Okay. Alright, so I'm just stirring my green, getting it back to the correct consistency. And then I just put that on there. Alright, I need to open another squeegee. I have used all my squeegees. So, in one of my videos I showed, one of my unboxings, I showed a cart that I bought from Home Shopping Network, HSN, and it is amazing. I am so glad that I got it, and it's like right next to me, and it has all my supplies. So I think I should have gone with a little bit different of a green. Maybe a little more. This one's called Garden Herb. I probably could have gone with one that wasn't so herby looking. Maybe a little brighter. Okay. They all looked nice together, opened up though. Alright. So I'm just going to squeegee that excess off. And tap a wipe. Alright. Now I just have to add. Alright. Okay. Alright. I'm going to lift that up. And then when you pull them off, you want to pull corner to corner so you don't stretch the transfer out. Okay. That is actually still a little wet, so I need to dry it. I was hoping by the time I got to them they would be... So I just have 3 more to put on: the apples, the hay, and the little cornstalk bows. So when this is dry, it dries to kind of a matte finish. So that's usually a good indication of when it's dried. Okay, I'll let that go for a minute, and I can go to this one. Oh, thank you. All right. I just moved it over. Is that better? Give me a thumbs up if that's better. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the apples. I think the apple, the red, is really gonna give it a nice pop of color. So what I'm looking for, I want to see these little dots right here. Those are the stems. So I'm looking to cover those. It's like a puzzle, because you want to cover the right, right there. Perfecto. Okay. You know the drill. Make sure there is no bubbles. stir these. So, not a big deal if you're working and you're not filming, but if you're filming and the paste dries, it takes a little more time. Okay, so I'm gonna come in with the red, and this is our Candy Apple Red. It's a new color, new formulation. Just trying to get this all off of here. And I'm pushing it through that silk screen. I'm just making sure. More. None of the surface is showing through. There were a few little air bubbles in there, but I still think that looks cute. Okay, and then now I'm gonna do the layering of the A. This one's being a little more difficult to match up. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. So, like I said, my apples look like it had a little bit of air bubbles. But I think once it dries, I think it'll look good. And I'm just opening another squeegee. I'm really using up some of my products today. Trying to make sure there's a better seal here. Corner stuck, but I'm not happy with how that. You know, I think maybe it's supposed to be that way. Like not. Alright. Okay. Sorry, I was just worried it wasn't lining up. The apples lined up. They lined up better. This might just be the way it is. Okay, so this one I'm going to do a yellow. Bringing all those fall colors in. That excess off. Oh, look at that. Okay. And last one, guys, and then I am done. Yay. I'm actually really happy with how it's turning out, and I really am happy with what I chose for the truck. So, okay. Trying to get this off its backing. Fuzzing it again on the towel so that it's not so sticky. Alright. And then this here. And let's see. Okay. Right there. Oh my goodness, I am so happy I am almost done with this. If I wasn't filming, I'd be like, la da da. But, okay, let's go for it. That excess off. When I squeegee it off, I scrape it right back into the jar. And I'm going to move that over so you can see. Peel that off. And it's done. All right, there we go, guys. Oh my goodness. So if you were watching at the very beginning, I was saying I had other things and I must have misplaced them. They were under the picture the whole time. So here's the pumpkins, as you can see, and those are the pumpkin stems. And then it just says this way, corn maze, fresh local produce. There's the pumpkin patch. And market and antique shop open daily hay rides. Okay, so it was there the whole time. All right, guys, so I'm going to bring it up closer, and there it is. So fun. Thank you so much for sticking it out and watching this very long live with me. I really appreciate it. And please share with anyone that you know who would like this project. And if you go to my Chocolicious Charm business page, I would really appreciate the like and the follows. All right, guys, have a great evening. And again, thank you so much for watching my live with me. Good night.